Life throws us daily challenges. Living with depression or anxiety can strip us of our joy. At SpirLift, our goal is to provide helpful insight to make your life's journey easier. Welcome to SpirLift, a journey to a better you. I'm going to talk about 5 work routines for beginners. Just 5 in this episode of SpirChat. I think having a routine can be so incredibly important for productivity, for efficiency, for happiness, for just overall well-being. We want to have some kind of structure in our life to be able to do the things in the way in which we want to do them and in the way that we cooperate with other people. I think it's just absolutely essential that we have some type of routine, some kind of work routine that really makes our life fulfilled. Not to think that we just have OCD all the time when we actually do things, but we do things in such a way that we don't have an overall way of feeling that everything's too structured, but it's enough to make us feel loose to be able to do other things and still be creative and dynamic and fluid. So I think I do pretty well in general with having routine, and sometimes my wife thinks it's too much and I need to be a little more loose, and I completely get that. And I always try to do my best. So, with SpirLift, we're always trying to talk about the journey. We're not trying to talk about perfection. We're trying to talk about ways in which we can at least do a little bit better each and every day, but then also just tweak things really where necessary and make them better for life. That's why it's called a journey to a better you. It's not, I don't really see it as the end goal to anything, right? But it's the day-to-day things that we can do that make us feel a little bit, happier, more improved with the way that we're actually doing things, that we're getting somewhere, but we don't have to just complete something to find fulfillment. That's the way I see it. Let me know below if you agree or you see it a different way. But in this episode of SpirChat, I'm going to talk about for a beginner, right? We're going to talk about, maybe this could become a series at some point, but we'll talk about work routines for beginners. All right. So I'm just going to give 5 crucial insights that I think, anyone who's really trying to get a routine in their life that can make their day-to-day a little bit better, they can start with these things. This is just how I see it. I think sleep is essential. I think you got to have a set time to sleep. You got to have a set time to wake up. And you got to get enough of it, right? When I have less than 7 hours of sleep, even, maybe sometimes even less than 8 hours, it depends, but I just can't be productive, happy, and fulfilled throughout the day. I have to have good sleep. I have to make sure I'm disciplined to sleep on time, not have the phone, watching it before I go to bed, even though I am guilty of that. I'm trying to get better, but I think having a set sleep schedule can just set the whole tone for the rest of your day. It'll just give you all the energy you need. It'll make you just feel so uplifted and productive and just ready to go, ready to take on the world. So I really encourage everyone, find the ways in which you can have a set sleep schedule, and the things that are actually holding you back from sleeping well, try to eliminate those out of your life, or at least lessen them, okay? Don't try to eat late. Don't try to watch things late. Try to be really disciplined to sleep enough so you get that energy in the morning, just a good night's sleep, right? Easier said than done, I know, but that is definitely a good type of routine to incorporate into your day-to-day. The routine is about what you set into your day to make it a part of your day, to be a building block for something good that you want in your life. So I would recommend don't sleep after 11 o'clock if you can. Try to wake up, depending on the type of work you do, what your job is, try to wake up, really before the sun comes up a little bit, right? 6, 7 in the morning, and have, your morning routine just propel you for the entirety of the day. And this is what I do personally. So the second thing I want to say is have a good morning routine when you wake up. For me, I'll tell you my routine, and it works for me. One is getting a full glass of water. I feel that when I hydrate in the morning, have a full tall glass of water, I'm just revitalized. Having it, just quenching my thirst right after waking up just is awesome. So have a glass of water. Stretching is great. I started to do that within this last year, and I love stretching in the morning. All a full body stretch, from your toes all the way up to your head. Moving your neck a little bit, massage your shoulders a little bit, stretch the arms, legs, everything. It just wakes you up and makes you feel so good. And then I spend time in prayer and in meditation. And then I do my gratitude affirmations. And I just kind of, for me, God is like, everyone has their own way of seeing God. But when I speak out to God, it is about me saying, work through me today and let me be, just a conduit of your love and your light, So everyone has their own way of seeing God, and do what works for you. All right. So that's how and having, all that incorporated in my morning routine, right when I wake up, just sets me going for the rest of the day. Right. And the third thing I would incorporate into your routine, if you're, just starting to figure out how do I have a work routine, and you're a beginner at this, is take your day and break it out into 3, okay? 3 parts of the day. The morning before 12, let's say the afternoons between 12 and 5, and the evening from 5 till you go to bed, all right? Hopefully 11 or before. So divide your day into 3s, okay? And however your work schedule is, however your job is, and how demanding it is, understand that at some point you're going to have to take, I would call it a 5-minute break at least each and every hour. Okay. You have to mentally and physically step away, and you got to just clear yourself a little bit. All right. This is all about discipline. The thread between all these routines is discipline. So you have to do it. You have to, in your mind, say, I will make sure I walk away and do something else for a little bit. Okay. But divide into 3. Do the most difficult things first in the morning, because that's when your mental acuity is the best. That's when you're the most focused. That's when you normally have the most energy. So do it in the morning, the most difficult things, and divide everything into 3. Okay. And then just see how you're going to manage, if you're talking about work, how you're going to manage all those 3 within your actual work schedule. Okay, what are you going to accomplish in the morning? What are you going to accomplish in the afternoon? And hopefully your work permits you to finish before 5. That would be great. But if not, figure out how you're still going to manage it into those 3, and have those at least 5-minute breaks each and every hour. It's going to do wonders for you. So really, really encourage you to do that. And don't eat. The 4th thing about your routine is don't eat too late. Okay. There's so many people I've interviewed on SpirLift that have different ideas of how and when to eat and what to eat. And I would definitely recommend checking out those episodes. But I would say overall, with eating itself, I feel that if you don't eat as late at night, you're going to feel much better, especially when you wake up in the morning, because you're not going to wake up so bloated and just full and just cramping and everything else. Try to eat earlier in the day and not so late. Make that part of your routine, because I think we can fall prey into, unfortunately, eating so late because we're trying to get so much done still, and we think we got to get everything done in one day, but we can't. All right. We got to do our best and divide everything up properly. And if you're not the type of person that is like, oh, I don't like the structure, and this is not part of me, etc., I get it. But there is so much more balance, overall state of happiness and well-being with having a thread of structure in your day. But it takes focus, discipline, and persistence to actually do it. And the final thing I would talk about for work routines for beginners would be take a nap. Take a nap. All right. So we're talking about those 3 blocks in your day. Find the time to actually take a nap. I have really forced myself in the last few months to actually try to take a nap in my afternoon block right before my wife and I are going to cook. Taking a nap in the afternoon. I call it a power nap for, I don't know, like I just sleep and then I just naturally wake up. So I just naturally kind of wake up after 10 minutes or so, but I feel good. I'm ready to go. Force yourself to take a nap. It will do wonders for you. It'll give you more energy. It'll not let you, well, let me put it another way. You will not feel so overwhelmed, depressed, anxious by having a nap. Believe me, it works wonders. Okay. So the 5 things again, let's recap. A good sleep schedule and not too late, right? Wake up with that early morning routine. It's going to set the tone for the whole day. Believe me, it's amazing. Divide your day into those 3 blocks and then find 5 minutes within each hour to just break away and clear your mind. Let your body have its, stretching, release, just good respiration. Okay. 5 minutes each and every hour. Don't eat so late. I think I already mentioned that. And get that nap in. All right. Sleep sometime. Talking about the blocks again, somewhere in that afternoon period of time, it'll do wonders for you. So I'll expound on some of these other points and others later on, but I just want to give this to you today. And let me know what you think. Are there other types of routines that you prefer for yourself or you think are better in general that you can recommend others? Please put in the comment below. Have a great day, everyone.